Sorry about that. I'm back. Everything's just a bit, I've got a head cold, so everything's sort of like all over the place at the moment. You know, I've got my glasses on today because my eyes are a bit, I have to rub them a lot, so they're a bit itchy. We are going to talk about this, although I'm here to do the products, which I always am. We're going to talk about this lady behind me afterwards. Okay, so we've got the Deluxe Body Butter, which is versatile. You can use it all over yourself. All my products are in the bio. The shop's in the bio. You can sort of like have a look there in detail. There's also the hair elixir, you know, that are called liquid gold for the hair, that you could use for steaming and just to sort of like rejuvenate, break in hair and promote growth and have healthier, glossier locks. And then we've got the Dead Sea body soap. We know that Dead Sea body salt is really good for our skin, and it exfoliates and exfoliates. Hello, Laura. How are you? And so we've got that, and we've got I made some more hair pomade. I made some more hair pomade yesterday, and it's banging. It really is banging. Hi, Rayan. How are you? And Royal. Hi, Royal Oak. How are you? So really, the products are there. Have a look on my website. Have a look on the website. Go to the website, and you can know more about it. But what I want to talk about today, also, is this lady behind. This lady behind me. Hello, Emma. How are you? Hi, Miles. How are you? Psycho Bitch. How are you? Amy. How are you? Hello, Hazel. Howan. How are you? Seamoth. How are you? What I want to talk about is this lady behind me. Her name is Rebecca Joynes. Hi, Sarah. Hi, DG. Hi, The Goat. And what I want to talk about is her case. There's a case happening now in Manchester. Yeah. Hi, Tamzin. How are you? Astro, Two Wheel. How are you? Yeah, there's a case happening right now. Mikey, how are you? There's a case happening now in Manchester. This Rebecca Joynes, there's an issue that I want to talk about. The issue is this woman is a maths teacher. Okay. She's a maths teacher. Okay. And I'm doing my commentary, so please don't try to join. She's a math teacher who is up in court today for molesting, let's say, 2 young boys who went to her school. So the issue, what she did was she was in a high school and messed with a 14, 15-year-old. Yeah? So she got dismissed from that high school. While she was on bail, she went with another 15-year-old who's now 16 and had a baby with him because she was lonely. So she's up in court right now. I mean, I think, you know, looking at this, when we look, I can't say the words. I don't know what words I can say here, but beginning with P and ending in O. Yeah? That's what she is. But is she going to be treated more leniently because she's a woman? So she's been with a 14-year-old and a 15-year-old, and she's a maths teacher, responsible math. This is all happening now in Manchester. And it's like, you know, the baby, apparently I've seen a headline where the baby, she had the baby for the 16-year-old. She had the baby and it's been taken away from her. For whatever reason, I don't know. But we can't say, I mean, I don't know what she's going to use as an excuse. One of the things that she used was that she was lonely. So one came over. She bought one of £345 Gucci belt. That's the one who she had the child for. I mean, when you read the gory details, they're horrific. They're horrific. So my thing is, do you feel because she's a woman, they feel that she's of good standing, she's 30 years old, a math teacher, should she not go to jail? Should she be hi Kavit, hi Tanzine, hi User, hi to Seven, hi Leon, hi to everybody. I'm just doing my commentary, so if I don't say hi, I do mean hi, okay? But as I explained earlier, I have got a head cold today, so me coming on. I just had to do this because this court case is going on now. It may be concluded tomorrow. Yeah, it may be concluded tomorrow. Bring more friends. Let's talk about this. I haven't got that long, but let's talk about this. Should this 30-year-old woman who was teaching at a high school had relationships with a 14-year-old, was put on bail for that? While she was on bail for that, she ended up feeling lonely. Hi, Evil Dead. Hi, Jakub. Hi, Lazy. She ended up feeling lonely. So she was on Snapchat with these young boys. She called one. She invited one to her home. She's on bail for a 14-year-old in high school. She's on bail already. So she's called this, hi Joseph, hi Lazy. She's called, hi Ali Rack, hi Scoots. She's called this 15-year-old at the time, he's 16 now, to her home and was doing activities, what she would usually do with an adult male with him. What makes her different than a man? I mean, I've spoken to guys in the past and they've like, oh, you know, I lost my virginity. Oh, by the way, she took the 15-year-old's virginity. She took the 15-year-old's virginity. This girl was doing very, very well. She had a flat. She had a good Audi, what do we call it, Audi car. Hi, MK. Hi, Arthur. She had a nice car. She had a flat. And then one of her excuses was he started to control her. This 16-year-old, because he's 16 now, started to control her. But he said she couldn't get away from him. I mean, we're talking about, this is a teacher, a maths teacher, behind me, this is her, Rebecca Joynes, who was having activities with 2 children. Young boys, they are children. They are children, they are young teens. They're somebody's child. Hi, Gabtar. Hi, Leisha. Hi, Fan. Hi. So, you know, if this, we would be outraged. We would be outraged. And I think people are sort of outraged. But if it was a man, we would be outraged. And say one of the teenagers happened to be pregnant. Hi, Leisha. One of the teenagers happened to be pregnant. We would be outraged. But something tells me that some people are looking at it, you know, this supposedly innocent face. Some people are looking at this as if she should be treated more gently. Should she be treated more gently? They are someone's children. I've spoken to, you know, adults now, and they say, oh, you know, I lost my virginity when I was, you know, such and such an age, a young teen to an older lady. They may think that's a brag. But later on, that's traumatic because really, they were molested. I don't know if I can say that word, so I'm going to say molested. Molested, yeah? Really, they were molested. So, you know, my thing is, I just want people to say or debate whether this person should... Are you outraged, first of all? And should this person be treated with kid gloves because she is... an innocent-looking female teacher, but then she took advantage of her role. In court, she has a little bonnet in her waistband for the baby, a little pink bonnet. But from what I've read, she doesn't have the baby anymore. Hi, Megan. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Hayley. Hi, Nicola. Hi, low battery. Hi, low battery. I thought that was my low battery at the moment, just now. Hi, Maisie. Hi, Beta. Hi, Edits. Hi, Jackie. Yeah, so we are talking about Rebecca Joynes, 30-year-old maths teacher from the Wirral in Manchester. She was up for bail for relations with a 14-year-old in high school. So she was on bail. And while she was on bail, Snapchat and everything, she met up with a 15-year-old. He was 15 at the time and took his virginity. I don't know if I can say that word. I've just got to get used to the word saying, because I'm not usually on TikTok. So please excuse me. Please excuse me. Took his virginity and got pregnant. She had a little girl for this now 16-year-old. Should she be treated like a regular? Hi, Craig. Hi, Andy. Please subscribe to me, and because we will have more of these debates. And remember, my shop is in the bio, please. But what do you feel? Do you feel, Isabel, that she should be treated with kid gloves because she looks like this? You wouldn't look at her as a starting with P and ending in O. But she is. She did it with 2. If it was a man, how would that pan out? We would be disgusted and outraged. It would be on... I haven't seen... I must admit, I haven't really looked at the news. I found this in the paper yesterday. I didn't know the trial was going on. You know, so I don't know how much outrage there is. But she wears a little pink bonnet in her waistband to court. Let me just read some stuff. A teacher accused of performing X acts with 2 teenage students bought a pink bonnet to her trial to garner sympathy, a court heard. Rebecca Joynes admitted breaking safeguarding rules as a teacher by being in contact with the boys on Snapchat before inviting them to her flat in Salford Quays in Manchester. She was already suspended from her job and was on bail for allegedly having X with a child known as Child A. Child A was 15 when she had X with that student. Hi, Lauren. Then there was another one known as Child B, Boy B, 16, who she later became pregnant by. She later became pregnant. This case is in court right now. Hello, Amina. Hello, Lauren. This cause... So, she's denied any actual activity with Boy A. He doesn't agree with that. He doesn't agree with that. But his bodily fluids from below were recovered from her bed sheets. So even if there wasn't any, penetration, there was still bodily fluids on the bed sheets. She claims the relationship with Boy B, that's the one she got pregnant by, started once she lost her job as a teacher. But you lost your job because you was fiddling with a 15-year-old. So why? Just stay away. Don't you stay away. Stay away. Hello, Michael. Hi, Simi. Please add me. Please subscribe to me. She lost her job because she was messing with a 14, 15-year-old. So she ended up with Boy B, who was 15, 16 now. There was a big argument, I think, with Boy B as to whether she should terminate but she didn't. She has had the baby, but somehow I've read a headline that the baby has been taken away from her. Given evidence for the first time this week, Miss Joynes, I mean, why can't she socialise with males her age? That's what I don't understand. She had a best friend. So you're lonely, so why can't you talk to your best friend? I'm sure as a best friend, you'd be insulted if my best friend turned around and said, well, I didn't have anybody to talk to, so I turned to a 16-year-old. I kind of would feel a way about that. Yeah? So, given evidence for the first time this week, Miss Joynes repeatedly denied having any actual contact with either boy when they were underage. When they were underage. So she's trying to say that she didn't do anything when they were 14 and 15, because I understand that's underage, yeah? Is it 17 or 18, the time of the consent? I will accept you up, but let me, you know, no, I won't accept you up yet, because I don't, I haven't got any moderators in the room. Sorry. Sorry, Professor. Hello, Frankie. Hello, Gus. Hello, Henny. Hello, Neptune. Yeah. After chatting with the boy over text and Snapchat and agreeing to take him to Selfridges, where she bought him a £345 Gucci belt. That, imagine a 60-year-old getting a Gucci belt. I mean, I think they would prefer trainers, really. She took him back to her flat, where she said nothing happened between them and he slept on the sofa. She was pregnant, though, and she had a baby for this young kid that she said slept on the sofa. I mean, I think she's worse than a regular, the ones that buy the colouring books and that. A regular starting with P then ending in O, because she had to be she was put in a place of trust, which is being a teacher, a maths teacher. She was put in a place of trust, but she took that away from the school, communicated with them on Snapchat, and invited them to her house. We can't say, oh, it was a mental thing. She knew what she was doing. She drove a beautiful car. She had a good job. She had a good family. That I don't believe that there's anything to do with mental health in her background. So to go on, let's go on a little bit. Let's go on a little bit more. Let's go on a little bit more, When asked why boy A, the one she said she never had anything to do, remember she said she never had anything to do with them when they was underage. When asked why boy A's DNA was found on her bed sheets, she said she left him alone in her apartment after going to work the next morning, adding, "It definitely wasn't with me." Barefaced lie. At some point, he must have gone into my bedroom and something happened. So basically, she's trying to say maybe he pleasured himself while she wasn't there, and that's how it came on the bed sheets, but, out of the blue. Of boy B, this is the one she was pregnant for and had the baby for. Hi, Jam Factory. Hi, Henny. Hi, Heart and Ladder. We're talking about Rebecca Joynes, 30-year-old maths teacher who's up in court, who's having a trial right now. The trial's going on right now in Manchester, in the Wirral, for her interfering with two young men who one she got pregnant for. They were 14 and 15 at the time. One's 16 now, and I think the other's 15. Yeah? So, I mean, why would you want to add them on Snapchat anyway, as a teacher? Why would you, these are young, healthy males. You know what it's like when your hormones are running around at that age. Because I remember when I was that age and at school, the boys were definitely, their hormones were going all over the place. Of boy B, she denied that any sexual contact happened until he turned 16. So basically, he was 15 when she met him, but she's trying to say that nothing happened until he was 16, which there's nothing moral with her anyway, because you already were messing with a 14, 15-year-old anyway. So all of a sudden you're saying, whoa, hold on a minute, I'm not going to do anything with you. Why didn't she go out and find somebody her own age instead of messing with someone else's child? Do you know what I mean? Imagine, I don't know if anybody's got children here. Imagine if this math teacher was to try that with anybody else's children. It's just out of order. Okay. So, excuse me, sniffing and stuff. It's not all, you know, I've got this head cold, so I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Hi, Nate Dog. Hi, Jam Factory. Yeah. She said, Boy B initially added her on Snapchat, which she rejected. Big deal. Then he had added her again, and she agreed, as she thought he wanted to tell her something. Leave it at the reject. Leave it at the reject. Joe Ullman, prosecuting, opened by asking Joynes why she appeared in the witness box with a pink baby's bonnet visible tucked into the top of her trousers, and whether she was trying to get sympathy from the jury. She's walking into court because the baby has been born. Excuse the dog. Excuse the dog. She's walking into court with Ebony. Sorry. She's walking into court with a pink bonnet because she had a baby girl in her waistband. She apparently, I've seen a headline today already that she doesn't have that baby now. That baby's been taken away. I don't know anything about it. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and we'll talk about that. Okay. And she says, no, definitely not. She's not looking for sympathy. I sleep with this every night. Okay. And on Wednesday, that was yesterday, after 2 days of cross-examination, prosecution barrister John Ullman used his closing speech to remind the jury of a term used by defence counsel Michael O'Brien in his cross-examination, Boy B, namely gaslighting. Mr. Ullman described the term as a combination of manipulation of the facts and maybe playing with people's feelings. So she's trying to garner this sympathy from the public and from the jury, mainly from the jury. Do you think that we should sort of like give her a blight and just, you know, let her have this sympathy? Should she have this sympathy? She's interfered with 2 young boys, one having a baby for him. On bail for one thing. If you're on bail for, say, you know, fighting, as a most sensible person, which she was meant to be because she's a teacher and everything, wouldn't go and fight again. You would avoid a fight, wouldn't you? But no, not her. She decided that she was tempted by this young 15, 16-year-old, buying him a £345 Gucci belt and sleeping with him. Yeah? So really, I just want people to think about this. Yeah, because usually if it's a male, we would be in uproar. I'm a woman as well. But I think a P starting with a P and ending with an O is a P and whatever the sex. Do you agree? Do you agree? Like I said, I don't know what happened to the just let's think, you know, some males may brag about losing their virginity to an older woman. Think of things like this. We don't know. We weren't in that bedroom, so we don't know what went on in that bedroom. But she's definitely much. I mean, one, she took his virginity. The second one, the one that she had a baby for. Apparently, he tried to get away from her as well. He was like, you know, he called her a beginning with P and ending in O. He called her that. You know, in a sense, in a lot of ways, in many ways, I do feel that, you know, like a teenage girl, these teenage boys' innocence have been taken away. They have been taken away. Can they have that nice young... Hi, Jameless. Hi, Karen. Hi, Em. Hi, Deborah. Please subscribe. Can they have a regular relationship with a female, a young girl their own age? Now they've experienced this 30-year-old woman. She was 29 at the time. She's 30 now. So everything's a year. So the boy she had the baby for is 16. He was 15 at the time. And the other one's 15. He was 14 at the time. I mean, how do you look at a child like that actually? How? How do you look at a child like that actually? How? She has taken away these young boys' innocence. It's nothing to be, you know, proud about and brag about. They may do that, but really their innocence has been taken away. You know, there's teenage girls that they can have blossoming relationships with. Would they be able to have that now? Would they be able to do that now? Because they are experienced in a way with a grown woman. So, you know, this is what I wanted to talk about, and I just really would like to know what people's opinions are. I think that a P starting with a P and ending with an O should all be treated the same, whether male or female. And what she has done, I believe, is horrific, and she needs to do time for it. I believe that maybe the case may conclude tomorrow. Hi, Robert. Hi, Jam, you're sort of still there. Hi. I believe, hi, Keelan Walsh. Sorry. If I pronounce your name wrong, please forgive me. Alan, hello, Alan Mitchell. Hi. Hi, Gavin. Hi, Chloe. I do believe that the case may conclude tomorrow, Friday. And to tell the truth, you know, she has done things to parents, children. She has done things to, she was put in a place of trust. You know, like when you usually hear about these Edos, you hear about these Edos, sometimes they give colouring books, you know, dirty, nasty, you know, sort of like greasy hair and stuff like that. She is educated, a maths teacher, and put in charge of children. She's been put in charge of children, and she took advantage of that. She took advantage of that, and that is disgusting. And I think whatever, you know, the harshest sentence should be sent out to her. That's what I believe. And, you know, I'm quite, you know, a generous person when it comes to that. But she has done something to children that it's never going to be able to, you know, she took one's virginity to, you know. Why are you messing around with 14 and 15-year-old teenagers when you're a responsible teacher? You know, she's got a loving family. She's got a loving family. She's got a best friend. She's got, you know, so what, saying you're lonely and inviting a 15-year-old, what is that all about? I don't know. You know, you have a best friend. Like I said earlier, your best friend, my best friend, if my best friend said, oh, I was lonely, so I just called such and such up, you know, a 15-year-old up, you know, but what about me? I'm there for you. That's why I'm your best friend. So I just want us to think about that. Should females who are meant to be a pillar of the community as a teacher, should they be treated differently than the dirty old man? Really, she's a dirty old woman. Really? Or do you differ from that? Do you feel that, well, you know, hi, Tracy. Do you feel that she should be treated, hi, Reese. Should she be treated different? Hello, Halibut. Semester. Should she be treated different? She's had relations that should be done with a man. With two, this is her. Does she look innocent to you? She does, doesn't she? Pretty. I'm sure there's a load of 30-ish, because she's 30, young men around her age that would love to be with her. Hi, Dennis. That would love to be with her. She's an attractive woman. You know, who wouldn't want an educated, beautiful woman? But she crossed the line. She crossed the line and took advantage of her position. by being a math teacher and inviting 14 and 15-year-olds to her home to have sexual relations with them, sleep with them. She's trying to deny it. She's trying to get out of it. Once, if she never had the baby, because she had a baby for the 15-year-old, if she never got pregnant and had the baby, I'm sure she would have tried to deny that too. I'm sure she would have, because she's saying it never happened with boy A. Hello, Darius. She's saying it never happened with boy A, even though they found bodily fluids from that part on her bedsheets. She's trying to say, well, it wasn't her. She wasn't there. It was on her bedsheets. She went to work and left this young boy in her home. Wouldn't his mum be looking for him? So, just for people that's come in, hi DIY The Wish, hi Annie. Just for people that's come in, this lady is 30-year-old Rebecca Joynes. She's a maths teacher in Manchester. She was working as a math teacher in a high school, but was found to be having relations that she shouldn't be having with a 14-year-old in that high school. So she lost that job and was put on bail. While she was on bail, on Snapchat, she met another young student, a 15-year-old, was lonely and started inviting him over to her house. She brought him a £345 Gucci belt and took his innocence. He was a virgin. That same young man got her pregnant. She, for some reason, I don't know what the story is, and we may be able to go into it tomorrow. For some reason, she doesn't have the baby. The baby was born, a little girl. And she walks into court with a pink bonnet in her waistband. Are we meant to have sympathy with her for that? Do you have sympathy for her that she's got this young baby that's not with her? So if she goes to prison, it's not as if she's going to be away from the child. The baby, we can go into that tomorrow. I don't know why it's been taken away from her. I believe the verdict might be tomorrow, because I know that they try to conclude things and not carry it over the weekend. The case has been going on all week, right now in Manchester. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Lovely Smile. Hi, Calnay. Hi, Shimbiz. Excuse me if I pronounce your name wrong. I must apologise right now. And also, my eyes are a bit, because I've got a head cold. You might be able to hear that. So that's it. So either later tonight, which, or tomorrow, we can talk about, more about the case. It may be concluded, and we can talk about why the baby was taken away from her. The baby of her, this is a 30-year-old woman, and the father of the baby is 16 now, and she took his innocence away. In the real sense, she took his innocence. He'd not had a lover before that. No, I'm not going to do that now. Okay, so yeah, this is about the belt that she bought him. And referring to the belt bought for boy A. Oh, the belt was bought for boy A. This was the boy that she said that she lost her job for, because he was in high school. So she bought boy A, who was 14 at the time, a £345 Gucci belt. Mr. Ullman, that's the prosecutor, called the incident the most obvious example of grooming you can imagine. So she groomed those boys, groomed them. It wasn't, oh, I fancy you, miss. I fancy a miss. Oh, miss. You know, she grooms them by buying them expensive gifts. You know, you get, you know, some beginning with P and ending in O, they buy colouring books and all sorts. But she was buying £345 Gucci belts. And he also said to the jury, how different would the situation be if she was not a woman? If she was not a woman, how different would this situation be? But a 30-year-old man, and the allegations were against two girls. So if it was a man, have the mindset that this could be a man, and the allegation, and then he was interfering with two girls. How would you look at this? Would you look at it any different? If he had just got out of a 9-year relationship and was lonely, and he was getting a lot of attention, and they were making inappropriate comments. So I think she might have been in a 9-year relationship. She got out of that and she was lonely. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Ursan. Hello, Bone Lab Man. So he's sort of like the prosecutor is comparing it to he's turning it on its head. If this was a man, he got out of a 9-year relationship, he started to look at 14 and 15-year-old girls. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. And those girls might have been given... There are some girls that want to give attention to older men, but you just ignore it. You ignore it, don't you? That's a normal thing to do. Especially when they're half your age and they're at school. I was getting a lot, and they were making inappropriate comments. Maybe they were making, young men making inappropriate comments to their pretty maths teacher, And just say if it was a man and he felt flattered by it, if it was two girls doing it. What then? What then? What if he was charged and bailed and breached that bail by getting into a relationship with a girl from school? If that was a man, so he was bailed from teaching in the high school, lost his job, was on bail, but still got into a relationship with another young girl. Yeah? This is what my argument is. What if he was charged? Yeah, okay, what then? Would he have stood in the witness box and kept a baby's bonnet tucked into his trousers? Would he have thought that that would garner sympathy with the jury? Would it? If it was a man, yep, that's it, retract. Grooming is grooming. You can be male or female, but laws still exist to you. Right, retract. Right, retract, sis. That is right. Grooming is grooming. Whether it be male or female, and I just don't want to hear when this verdict comes out that she's going to be treated different. I'm a female myself, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Yeah? And, how you're a sensible person because you're teaching maths. That's a tough thing. Oh, shit. At maths. I wasn't good at maths. I wasn't good at maths in school. So I always felt that I don't know if I was able to say that word. I wasn't good at maths at school. Mr. Ullman, the prosecutor, said this thought process drags her real defence to light. She's trying to use sympathy, the sympathy card with the little baby's bonnet, who the baby she doesn't have. And said it was uncomfortable for Miss Joynes to hear. She all this is uncomfortable. She tweaks her defence based on what she can come up with in the face of overwhelming evidence. So she changes her story all the time. Yeah. Mr. Ullman suggested that Miss Joynes, which is the teacher, was not stupid. She's not stupid. She's very smart woman. But she needed to be smart enough not to take those young boys into her flat and do what she did with them. Yeah? I'm not going to take, because I haven't got any moderators, please don't take it as an offence, because I am quite new to this, and I'm not going to let anybody up yet, you know, but maybe tomorrow when we sort of like come back and talk about maybe the baby and whether it may be the verdict tomorrow, then I'll have as many guests up as you know I can. Okay, so sorry about that, please forgive me on that, but we're going to talk about these issues. I mean, in my day job I do talk about issues and you know, but this was one that came up in the paper yesterday morning when I just looked through the papers, and it really sort of like was like really shocking. And there's another case going on at court right now that maybe we could talk about that. It's about those psychoactual therapists that feel that it's right to digitally and physically grape women to help them with their actual issues. And somebody's in court at the moment in the Royal Courts of Justice suing one of those therapists who's been on Good Morning Britain. So we may talk about that or this if it's concluded. So, in conclusion, Joynes, the teacher, Joynes. It looks like Joynes, but it's Joynes. Denies 2 counts of actual, can't say the word, activity with boy A, 2 counts of actual activity with boy B, who she had the baby for, and 2 counts of actual activity with boy B while being a person in a position of trust. He says she did do that. The trial continues. He says, but she's lying. Well, you know, she's up in court. But the fact is, she was pregnant. She had the baby for her 16-year-old lover. So I believe that hopefully she's not going to be treated any different to a male, because I think she's quite a dangerous person. And she has an issue. She has a problem. At my age, I couldn't look at young boys and think that, you know, no matter how lonely I am. But it's not me, it's her. But if she is doing that, she has a problem. She is going to go on the actual offenders register. She has to, number one. But I don't know if you go on that, if you haven't, it wasn't grape. It wasn't grape. It was consensual, but she was in a position of trust, and it was against the law because they were underage. It was against the law because she was in a high school. She was in a high school, working in a high school. Then she was put on bail. Hi, hey, Hegs. Hi, Yates. Hi, Ho. Just to recap again, once again, for those who've just come in, because I'm going to leave in a minute. But keep on thinking of this. Keep on thinking of this. We have here Rebecca Joynes. Yeah? Rebecca Joynes is a 30-year-old maths teacher from Manchester. I think it's a year ago now. She was suspended from her position as a math teacher in Manchester and put on bail for having actual relations, invited him to her flat, buying him a £145 Gucci belt with a 14-year-old who she was teaching at her school. That wasn't enough, so she lost her job. After losing her job and being on bail, she had actual relations again, because she was lonely, with a 15-year-old who she got pregnant for and has had a baby. So she's in court now for the actual activity. She denies the charges. She's had the baby. The baby is not with her. She walks around with a bonnet, a baby's bonnet in her waistband. The prosecution says that she's doing that to garner sympathy. I do not believe the baby is with her now. So she's had the baby and it's not with her. She's not looking after the baby. I mean, that is even shocking anyway. I mean, you've had the baby, you know. I don't know what happened there, but we will find out. We will find out. I will find out. And maybe we can debate that tomorrow or later. Yeah, so I've got this head cold, so I am a bit bunged up. Sorry, I don't usually sound like this, and I've got my glasses on because my eyes are really sort of like itchy and runny and stuff. But thank you for being a great audience and well behaved. I can't see any rude comments, and hopefully I don't get any, because you know this is a serious issue that we can debate sensibly. So maybe if I do get on later on, I will, you know, have another, you know, I don't know how far the case is today. I haven't looked it up today, but it hasn't been concluded. I believe that it may be concluded. The jury may be out and it may be concluded tomorrow. I don't think that it will be a hung jury or a long jury. I don't think it'll be that. Hello, lovely beach. Hello, lovely beach. Hi, Jess. And so in saying this, I would like to, you know, I mean, this was meant to be, you may see some, you know, products hanging around. I don't know how it looks to you as a viewer. I do products, whole natural body butters and hair elixirs, all good things, and Dead Sea salt scrubs. They're in my bio. Have a look at the shop, and please do, you know, you get, with everyone, you get a little sample pot, which is really nice. And yeah, please do feel free and treat yourself. It's going to be Friday tomorrow, okay? So it was lovely sort of like chatting to you about this, and sorry that I couldn't let anybody up, but I haven't got any moderators. So let's speak about it later, and when I do have moderators, then I can keep, because I'm not used to this. I'm not used to doing it on TikTok. So but it was really nice sharing this with you, and you know, let's keep debating. Okay, see you later and have a nice rest of the day. Bye bye.